Hey guys, the Tychunder's back here again with another toy review. Now this time it's for the second of the Lanard Jurassic Clash figures. As I said, I would try and pick up the second one of these figures, which is this one, and this is the Beast Teaming Squad, or the second Beast Teaming Squad set, which is the Dino Commander figure, creature, and accessories. And this one is the liopleurodon, I think it's pronounced, set, and it comes with. Now I did a little bit of research, and as one of the other people who commented on my previous video said that this guy's name is Impact. On the actual box, it doesn't give the figure, the character name. It just says he's a Dino Commander, but he's called, as far as I'm aware, he's called Impact, and he's one of the newer figures that they're doing for the core line. So, or the cores line, and they will probably be introduced with newer vehicles for that line at some point as well. This Jurassic Clash seems to be a separate line to the cores line. It's kind of instead of having the cores Elite logo all over it, just has its own Jurassic Clash logos. But essentially, it's made by the same people. So, just like the Triceratops set, you get a dinosaur and a figure. So the box is identical. If I just move the creature, box is done exactly the same as the other one. It's a window box style box packaging, and even on the back of the box, it's identical as well. It just shows the other figures, which is it shows the liopleurodon again and the Triceratops, except with the same issue, or the same image with the back of the Triceratops shows a different figure that comes with it, and then it's the same right up as well. So box wise it's identical, there's no difference. Onto the figure himself. So the figure is utilising the new style Lanard articulation. So just like the previous figure, he has that kind of lower waist joint instead of just having a complete T-crotch. This figure here, I'll just grab him. This is like the standard what they were using before. You can see he has like just this T-crotch and a waist swivel, whereas now they have these newer kind of ball joints and ball joints for the legs. You can go forwards, backwards, single jointed knee, no ankle articulation, single ball jointed shoulders, single jointed elbows with a swivel. He has two working holsters, so he comes with a pistol. The pistol is attached to his left or right hand when you get him, so his hand might be a little outstretched, so you might need to kind of pop it back into position, or pop it back into shape. And then the other weapon he comes with, which is pretty cool, is a shock baton. So yeah, it has a handle and then has like the shocking bit at the tip, or the electrode at the top, and he can hold it in his left hand pretty well. His right hand is a little more outstretched for the pistol grip, but he has a working holster on his back. Unlike the other figure, if we can just get him there quickly off camera, this figure doesn't have the screw hole on the back. Looks like it's been covered by the holster. But this is the figure that came with the other dinosaur set, so I'll just leave him off to the side. He doesn't exactly have a ball jointed head. He has a swivel, but there's a little gap on it, so between the body and the actual head, so it gives a slight bit of kind of up and down movement. Other than that, he's identical in articulation to the previous Jurassic Clash figure. And onto the dinosaur itself. Now this one I quite enjoy, because it has a real feel of the old Tycho Dino Riders to it. Because you have this kind of piece that sits over the dinosaur's head, and it reminds me a lot of the old brain boxes that used to be on the Rulon dinosaurs, I think they were called. They were the bad guys for Dino Riders. They used to brainwash all the dinosaurs and have them controlled by that. It's just kind of cool. It just sits on the head. It's strapped on with the kind of clear elastic when you first get out of the box. But so it sits on it, but it will fall off if you give it a good tap. It probably will fall off. Again, just like the Triceratops, single joint or single position or single point of articulation, which is the jaw. It's really nicely sculpted. I really like the detail work on the inner mouth as well. You can even see the upper jaw inside as well. It's really nicely done, and you can, if you want, take the armor piece off, or the weapon piece off, by unhooking it. On this one there's two pegs on either side, so you can unhook it that way and just pull it off, or unhook it by the strap underneath. There's no other points of articulation or on the dinosaur itself, but you have our rotating turret for the gun, and can do it up and down, and you have handles for the pilot, or the driver, which is the Beast Rider. It is interesting just to note that the figure that they included with this is like a he doesn't look like a diver or anything like that, which is interesting. You would have thought, since it's a sea creature, or sea dinosaur, or sea mammal, or whichever way, or sea lizard, well, sea dinosaur, you would have thought they would have given like a diver style figure for it, so that like if the creature was to dive underwater, he'd still be able to breathe and whatnot. But he's a really cool looking figure. A little bit out of place, I would say, on the back of the dinosaur that he comes with, but he does look really, really cool. I did pick this up recently. There is one other set that they've released so far with another new figure, which I may get eventually. I'm not sure if I'll get it straight off, because it comes with the same pieces of the Rock playset that I already have, and the only kind of new stuff that it comes with that I don't already have is the new figure, that new style articulated figure, and that new dinosaur T-Rex sculpt, which does look impressive, but for the price point at the moment, it's not worth it, because it's actually dearer to buy it than the big Coors Elite Rock playset was, and you're only getting half the playset and the big electronic dinosaur. So I will probably pick it up and review it at some point, but not right now. But back to this figure at hand. This is a really good figure. I'm not too familiar. Well, I'm familiar with the Coors line, but I've never been a big fan of the initial figures, because I always thought they were too kind of blocky. I'm liking the new articulation that they're giving. You can actually get to better poses with them, but they're very nicely done. So there you go, guys. Just a quick video review for the Jurassic liopleurodon set, which comes with the Dino Commander and the dinosaur itself. Really cool set. If you are intending to pick it up, I do recommend just being careful that you don't lose the kind of headpiece for the dinosaur, because it stays on it. It doesn't stick on it. If you wanted, you probably could glue it to the dinosaur, but that kind of defeats the purpose if you want to take all the gear off and have it just as the dinosaur itself, because it's very nicely coloured and very nicely put together. As I said, no articulation on it, bar the actual jaw. Looks like where the flippers have been glued into place, looks like articulation points, but they don't actually have any articulating points. So there you go, guys. Hope you liked the review, and I hope you liked the video. As I say in my videos, if you like them, please feel free to like, please feel free to comment, and please feel free to subscribe to my channel as well for more toy reviews. Cheers, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review.